stay out my business. I'm so iceberg slimish, stainless. It's Madden NFL 23, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Giants and the Jags, and it comes your way next.
Smack dab in the middle of I-295 that encircles the city of Jackson. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And he comes off a tough opening matchup. Threw way too many interceptions in that game. Definitely not the way you want to kick off a new season. So he said to himself, I've got to throw that game out. I'm going to get a fresh start right here in Week 2.
Going to the air right away, Lawrence. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. Well, no slow start here. A couple of nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
To the 36-yard line, stop there. The Jaguars had 0-1 of the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine. Haven't met a corner that's worth the salt yet that ever admits to worrying about man coverage. How about the play there, breaking that pass up?
They go play action now. Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 19. 18 yards, a big pickup there on third down. That right there, career catch number 541, and that's significant because it ties him with Hall of Famer Kellen Winslow, who also obviously played the tight end position.
Yeah, and helped revolutionize it when he was in San Diego. But how about what we're seeing right here? You're talking about 541 catches at the tight end position. You talk about lofty territory, rare.
Touchdown, Jaguars! Darius Slayton, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jaguars are on the board first here this afternoon. Matt Gay on for the extra point. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. That time a 6-play drive. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And they'll be led out by their left-handed quarterback.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The numbers for him from a week ago: 19 carries, 79 yards, and a touchdown.
And those numbers have both he and his blockers motivated this week. They saw that yardage total climbing, but stopped short of 100. Every one of them has to be driven this week to help him reach the century mark.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll set up a throw.
That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Follow up a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
Extra point by Gain is up and good. And it's now 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Taking it about the 1.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And finding the tight end Hooper. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another 1st down.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick 6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
Out to his left.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
He was certainly quick to atone for his early game interception. Instead of making another mistake forcing something, he reset himself and found a lane to pick up the 1st down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter.
4 yards to go on 2nd down from the 7.
2nd and 4. This is caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Barkley. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Back to throw here. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. 3rd and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack, and now they're going to force them into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
On for the field goal now is Evan McPherson.
From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good.
And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
So not exactly the response they were hoping for, but they'll take the 3 to at least get them on the score sheet.
Yeah, now's not the time to panic. All is well. Somewhat calm. Only down 14-0. So continue to play your game. Take the points when they're there. And put the emphasis on your defense to go out and get you the football back.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that would...
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. His throw caught at about the 5.
And the Giants are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
And that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Touchdown, Giants! Austin Hooper. A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Giants have cut it back within a score. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes it a 14-10 ball game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
2nd and 5 now.
Lawrence taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Lawrence. Flush to his right. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And a big 32-yard play on third.
I would say just add that one to the total big plays he's already made here in the first month of the year. You've got to think the front office and the coaching staff have got to be excited about what they've seen so far, and really excited about what they expect to see down the road.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Miko Hardman, his third touchdown now on the year. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, he'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. And New York set to take the field. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. The pass caught by Olave. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. He needed a yard. That's exactly what he got. Earns him a new set of downs. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
On the move past the 40, through the middle of the field. Hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. They'll look to throw. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Tries the left side and finds Olave. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. McPherson's kick is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They go play action with Lawrence. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Lawrence will throw. And he comes back with one complete. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a great job on special teams to down it as this will be marked down inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
And darn right, they did something to disrupt that timing.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. Sorry, Coach, put a pin in that. We are going to move right on to the 3rd quarter here. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Giants about set to go to begin this 3rd quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far in the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 40.
They go play action here on first down. It's got Hooper on the short connection.
Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
They'll look to throw again.
And this one hauled in. Again, it's Hooper.
And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on third down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 37. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level. Anytime the ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. They'll set up to throw. To Barkley on the check down. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And it'll be 4th down.
On for the field goal now is Evan McPherson.
From the left hash, this from 53 yards out.
McPherson's kick is good,
and that'll get the lead down to 5.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold it. Let's get the ball back for us.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense.
They were losers to Kansas City a week ago, but they are out in front right now. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10.
At about the 32.
They'll look to ETN to start things out.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Here's Lawrence. And this one too low.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
On 3rd down, Lawrence.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
on 1st and 10. And he loses the football a second time. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well.
Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
And next time, Brandon, I think you might want to consider running it because those defensive backs, they were plastered to the receivers, and they weren't letting up as that play went on.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw here.
Got his man. It's London. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Back to throw.
This one goes out wide for Barkley. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13. They'll set up a throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long, with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
They'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. 4th down.
On for the field goal now is Evan McPherson.
From the right hash here. Should be an easy one.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will cut the lead down to just 2.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
Well, they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. The passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence.
That ball caught by Slayton. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's good for 28 yards.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. Back now in Jacksonville. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Let's go.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still 2nd down.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now Lawrence. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got it.
And the Jaguars are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
On 2nd and goal, Lawrence. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Trevor Lawrence, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Jags are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Gain is up and good. It's a 9-point game. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He dumps it off to Barkley. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. A good start there on 1st down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That will be the key to this drive.
Second and 5. And finding the tight end Hooper. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. But correct me if I'm wrong, yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. On the move past the 40. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
He's got Hooper on the short connection, and he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Back to throw again.
Throwing out right here, caught by Olave. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. He'll look to throw. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Important extra point up and through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Throwing now, Lawrence.
Completes it to Evan Ingram. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Down to a knee for the Jags. Victory seemingly in hand. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. Good bounce-back win. They take the knee, can't stop the clock defensively. Tough opening week loss, but now 1-1.
Shows that they handled things really well. A lot of teams panic after a week 1 loss, and they start to think that the sky's falling. This team realized there's a long season, and they feel very talented, and they get it done in this one.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home